A 2-1 series now, but right now we got Tim Legler. That's not like a letdown. He knows what he's talking about. Tim, we kind of get fixated on the superstars all the time. Murray went off, but I mean, the role players oftentimes are the ones who stand up in these playoffs, right?
Yeah, listen, I don't think I have enough superlatives for what Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray have done in this postseason, and they were great again in this one. But you're going to need guys to have those unexpected bursts of offense to help those two players out, and they certainly got it tonight. Jeremy Grant, career-high playoff game. He was sensational, honestly, at both ends of the floor. His energy defensively, he's their best perimeter defender. But then you give you that supplemental offense. He was so aggressive taking the ball to the basket. He got into a rhythm from the three-point line as well. Monte Morris is another guy that has just grown on me the more I have watched him. And one thing that's obvious about Morris, he has absolutely no fear. He's got ice water in his veins. He likes the big stage and the big moment. And then they've got the young pup, Michael Porter, who also had 9 points, had a really nice first half for them. Listen to this number. Those three players scored the exact same number of points as everybody else on the Lakers roster besides Anthony Davis and LeBron James. So they basically matched the entire supporting cast of the Los Angeles Lakers by themselves. You can't ask for anything more. Got a little hairy there at the end, but Jamal Murray took over the game when he needed to, and all that matters is Denver is now, they're in this series.
Tim, in the late 1960s, I coined the phrase defense wins championships. It can also win Game 3 of a Western Conference final. You just talked about all the offense, but Denver played some D as well.
Yeah, their defense was swarming, scrambling. You would expect the team down 2-0 to be a little bit frantic. I thought that's how they played. And the most important part was they triggered it into offense, which was really important against the Lakers team that can be suffocating defensively. So I just love the way they transitioned ends of the floor. This is a great example here. Look at the communication on this screen. Watch Monte Morris twice. They communicate this. AD comes once, he jumps on the high side of the screen, does it again there. Then you hit AD on the slip. Look at the rotation by Porter and Plumlee, and then the second effort by Porter, and Grant joins them on the closeout. So you have a great defensive possession, which leads to this. Morris looks up, he sees their shot blocker, Dwight Howard, is basically jogging back, realizes the best way to go here is down the right side to keep that defender locked in the corner, knowing AD can't get there. Nice read by Morris. I thought that possession typified their swarming defense and also the aggressiveness offensively to turn it into points by taking advantage of the Lakers as they were getting back in transition. It's much easier to play against that team while they're trying to get back than when they get back and set up with all of that length. So, listen, Denver outplayed them pretty much the entire game except for that one stretch in about the first 8 minutes of the fourth quarter when they got sloppy with the basketball. Lakers turned up the heat. But for the most part, Denver controlled this wire to wire. And, you know, with the exception of AD hitting a bomb at the buzzer, Nuggets feel like they could be up 2-1 right now. It's interesting to see how confident now they are going to be going into Game 4.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.